Hey, I'm back. I'm Shal from 8 Arms Mobility, back with another Potent Patterns mobility video for us this week. So this is our second video in the series. The first video we worked on our feet and our calves and ankles a little bit and a little bit up into the hips. You can go straight from that video into this video if you like. We're going to continue from the hips into our lumbo-pelvic hip core and complex. Lumbo-pelvic hip core complex. Try saying that 3 times fast. I'm not going to because I already messed it up once saying it normal speed. Anyways, we're going to work into that area today. These videos are fibromyalgia friendly in this series, so if you have any mobility issues or you're recovering from an injury, you can use them. If you do have fibromyalgia, you can use it. Your call on whether you use it on a good day, a bad day, an in-between day, or how you use it. And this is a great mobility video for anybody who's just looking to unlock some mobility in that area and get some better fire out of there. All right, I'm going to take you down to the ground so that you can see what I'm doing. We're going to start on our backs in a nice position for people that don't want to be on their knees because it's hard to be on the knees sometimes. So we're going to do a lot of hip opening from our back today, and we're going to do as much as we can avoiding the quadruped position for our friends that can't be on their knees. I'm going to get my hair tied up here. Okay. So from your back, you're going to let your legs come a little bit wide and then just start letting the knees drop from side to side. They might not hit the ground right away. That's fine. Give them some time. Are you with me? Knees are dropping? Good. I don't know if you can hear my hips, but I certainly can. And they're making some pretty crazy noises right now. I really hope you can't hear this. They're clunking around something awful in there. Yesterday was my leg day. All right, this would be a great warm-up for leg day or a great cool down, or like I said, just great for anybody who needs to get some movement in their life. Good, hips are opening up now. So now I'm gonna work into my glutes and my back a little bit, more so my glutes and my hamstrings. My back, I wanna train it though. So we're gonna do some bridges. And if you're like me, when you bridge, this is how you start and this is how you end. And unfortunately, most people are like me, which means you have this big gap, underneath your lower back. So what we're going to work on is getting rid of that gap, really pressing that lower back into the floor and keeping it there so that when you come up into your bridge, all the right muscles are engaging instead of going too much through the quads. You'll also find that there's less stress on the knee and that the back really learns some healthy positioning here. So when you see when I come down, my body, it's learning to be flat, but it wants to do this. So I'm going to learn it, teach it, get down there, get flat back. So I'm going to press my back into the mat. Good. Let's do 8 of these. So we're going to come up. Good, nice and high. Feel the squeeze in the glutes. Come back down. Roll your back down. I don't want to say one vertebrae at a time because that's not how everybody's spine works, but roll down from top to bottom in a way that works comfortably for your spine. I know if you've got scoliosis, vertebrae by vertebrae doesn't necessarily mean anything to you, and that's not necessarily how your back moves. Good. We're almost there. We're at the halfway point. That's number 4. I think, to be honest with you, I lost count. Let's call this number 5. You still with me? Bringing that back down. Good. Back into the mat. We got 2 more here. Back into the mat. It's learning. We're teaching our back really good structure. We're teaching our spine to work in conjunction with everything else, keeping it neutral, teaching my lower back and my hip complex to work in unison to protect each other. All right, now that I'm back here, I'm going to work a little bit into my abs, really nice and gently, just with some gentle alternating leg extensions. If you find that, again, your back is really lifting and it's hurting, make a little triangle, put it under your tailbone, and just take that support for your lower back. Or maybe you've trained it enough that it will just stay flat against the floor. Good. So work on keeping that back flat against the floor, alternating legs. Good. Ready to take it a step further now that we're warming up through the core. You're going to bring these legs up, and just like we did with our modified squished bug, we're going to go one leg out and back to bent and up. One leg out, back to bent over the hips. Good. Let's continue this. That's 2 on each side. We're going to go to 8 on each side. Obviously, you can do more or less at home. See, my lower back wants to lift off. It's trying. Stay down there, back. Good. Couple more here. You're feeling it in your core, feeling your abs start to engage. Good. And good. All right. Moving right along. Let's get a little bit more into the core. We're going to do some upper ab sit-ups. So I'm really just going to concentrate on bringing my shoulders up off the mat and then coming back down. They're little. It's just a little tiny crunch. I'm focusing on my upper abs here. They're going to crunch. Pretty much everything else stays locked in place. You are going to feel activation all the way through, but it's really the upper guys that are getting all the work. We're going to do 20 of these. Ready? Because they're little and they're easy. You got this. I have faith in you. Put your arms up like you're trying to reach the sky, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good job. Still doing all right? Good, good. Okay. Moving right along. We're going to do one more really good one for the core here, or for the abs here, and then we're going to move into our back and get a little bit of back work done through our core. So one more for the abs. This one, grain of salt, start it nice and slow. You're going to bring your body up and drop your hips to the side. Bring your body up, drop your hips to the side. So these are bottom ups with a twist. Good, nice and gentle. Working on that range of motion. Working on your core. Gently putting your back down on the mat. How are you doing? You still with me? Let's do one more here. Good. Now if you want to progress those, when you come down, you're going to bring your legs out straight. Bring them back up. Bring those legs down straight. If you want to progress the move. Good. I'm going to bring you now into a prone position onto your stomach. So come onto your stomach, onto your front, on the floor. We're going to do some floor swimming. Yes, floor swimming. So this is for our backs. You're going to start by just seeing how it feels to lift one arm at a time. Good. And make sure that you're lifting from your back. It's not just, a floppy whatever. My arm is nice and rigid. My elbows aren't bent. My wrists aren't bent. It's a nice flat raise. I'm going to alternate. You're going to look down at the floor while you do this. I'm looking at you so you can hear me. But if you look down, give yourself a nice long neck. Your spine's going to be in a much more happy position to be doing this from. So look down, alternate those arms, see how it feels. You got it? All right, let's add in the legs. So while we're alternating our arms, we're going to do opposite legs. And I did the same leg. There we go. So I'm just lifting my thighs off the mat. Let's see if I can get a good view. There we go. Just lifting the thighs and the arms off the mat. Trying to get them to go in opposite pattern. Are you good? Are you warmed up? I'm going to take this one step further. When I lift my opposites, I'm going to open them out to the side, bring them back, put them down. Lift my other opposites, open, back, down. Got it? I'm going to demo one more. Ready to do it with me? We're going to do 8 total, so it's 4 on each side, so it's not too many. You can definitely do more at home. Here we go. There's one. Good. Now you're going to notice that your knee wants to turn out to the direction that you're taking your leg. One more on each side here. Try to keep your knee facing the ground the whole time while you're doing this. Good. How are you doing? Excellent. Now, a little bit of nice gentle stretching. Actually, why did I bring you up there? Let's bring you back down here. So I don't think you'll be able to see the stretch very well. So just a nice little gentle twist for the spine to finish this guy off. So I'm going to bring my arms out wide so that they're like anchors. My knees are up. My feet are kind of close to my butt, but not too close. And I'm going to let my feet, or my knees, sorry, drop to one side, while my head looks the opposite direction. So I've got a nice twist through my spine. If it feels good, I'm going to take my top leg and straighten. I don't have room to straighten it here. Sorry, guys. I'll show you on the other side. So I'm getting a nice spinal twist. I want to keep my shoulders low from my ears, so if they're creeping up here into my chin and into my ear, I'm going to put them down. Nice anchors there. Good. So bring that top leg in, bring the knees back, bring the head back. And now you're not going to hear me because I'm going to put my head that way, but you're going to see the position. Legs, head goes back, top leg straightens. Can you see that? Oh, mostly. And take a nice spinal twist there. Good. All right, so we've successfully done some mobility through our lumbopelvic core and hip complex. Oh my God, I'm never going to say this right. That's okay. That's why you guys come here, right? Is to see me mispronounce words. Anyways, thanks for checking in with me today. I hope you enjoyed the second video in our mobility potent pattern series, and I hope that you get to use it soon. And next week we will move on to the scapular-thoracic cavity and then finally into the arms. See you soon. This is Shal. I'm your trader with 8 arms, and I've got you for mobility. Bye.